You replaced virtually all the appliances?
Everything except for the kitchen stove.
Okay.
Just
All right.
finished up with the outside air conditioner. That's like a commercial unit. That was over 5,000. Hot water heater, dishwasher. It just seems like every month since we've moved in here, we've had to do something.
Okay.
I've literally spent months working on the sprinkler system to get that back up to where it's working properly. The first water bill here was $500 because there was a huge leak out there. I knew nothing about it when I bought it, but that's my deal.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us right now before we hear from the assessor?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Just we're both retired and on a fixed income, and I feel this is quite a jump on the taxable value of this home.
Okay, like I said, we don't care about the
No, I
tax
know.
value. It's the market value, but I will tell you this, that here, if you qualify age and wages, you can have your value frozen. You have to come down and fill out some documents in that regard.
Okay, and I'm glad you brought that up because I did have that document, and the lawyer that was doing my estate will said she filed that, and I believe the person I talked to was Larry Stein. He said when you freeze that, you can't unfreeze it. It's solid for the remainder of your owning this property. And the next day I called down there and talked to another rep just to make sure that we were all on the same page. And she told me that you can change it every year if you want to. So I'm not sure where we're at with that. Maybe you can make that clear.
Yeah, I'm familiar that they can be frozen if you meet certain requirements, but I don't know about that. I'd be surprised if that's accurate that it's frozen and you can't do anything about it, but you probably don't want to do anything about it because everything just keeps going up.
No, and we meet the criteria. That's why when we closed at the signing, the gal that did the closing gave us that piece of paper and said this will save you a huge amount of money on your taxes. So.
Yeah, over time, I think that's probably right, but if you qualify for all that, you need to get it done this year, because you're telling me you replaced all the appliances in the sprinkler system and all that. What you've done is you increased the value of your property. So right now, it's either going to be somewhere around 230 or 300,000, depending on what the board decides. But first, let's listen to the assessor, because we've kind of gone down a rabbit hole with this site. All right, we'll hear from the assessor.
Okay, so he is requesting a value of $235,000, which is $13,000 more than what it was on last year. And last year it was on for $222,000.
He's asking for $235,000.
Correct.
Is that okay? I had 230.
Yeah, on the informal it was he listed 235.
Okay.
And like I said, it was 222 and 22, and then it was 221.5 and 21. We did have him on for 301 this year. We lowered him to his purchase price of 300 because compelling evidence enough is that's what he's paid for. You know, valid arm's length transaction. This home was built in 1950, but we do have an effective year built of 91 based on a remodel that was done back in 2004 at the full extent. Now I know that was back from 2004, but clearly from the pictures that were just shown, it still looks like it's in it's in pretty good condition, and that was based on a 2022 MLS listing. And none of the conditions or concerns were brought up during the informal. So this is, new to us, but none of that was mentioned. And but yeah, we currently support the value of $300,000 because that's what they paid for it. As far as I know you're not dealing with the taxable value, but as far as the exemptions are concerned, it's too late to file for anything this year because the March 15th is the general deadline. Unless you receive a notice, you got 30 days extended from when that was dated to file for those exemptions. So senior freeze won't be available to file this year until it'll be ready in January 1st. Homestead exemption can be filed right now, but it will not go into effect until January of 24. But getting off of that, we currently support the value of where it's at right now based on the valid payment.
Okay. All right, did you hear that, Mr. Bull?
I did, and so can that assessor tell me what that raises my taxes to per year today?
Excuse me?
Actually, the treasurer does the taxes, not the assessor.
Oh, okay.
So,
And
but
excuse me,
go ahead.
does that assessor have the knowledge as to whether I'm exempt status now or not?
Well, you wouldn't have any idea. You'd have to meet the criteria.
Are you talking exempt as in what regard?
Just the senior freeze.
The senior freeze.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you qualify for that, then yeah, you'll need to get on that starting in January of next year.
So how would I find out if my lawyer did what I paid her to do? If she was supposed to file this back in January?
Well, we have no control of that. You'll have to talk to her about that. We've got no control over that situation.
So there's no record of it, that it was filed?
Well, I don't know. And that's, like I said, we've kind of gone down a rabbit hole with this. We're only here to determine the market value of your house as of January 1st of this year. And we don't consider any evidence beyond that there.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I just want to bring up real quick. I know this has nothing to do with what we're initially here for, but homestead has been applied to your property, but the senior freeze you do not have on the property. You'll have to do that next year.
Okay. So what does the homestead do?
Well, we don't want to discuss that right now because we're talking about fair market value. You'll need to contact the homestead division within the assessor's office to discuss that further. But we don't discuss any of that in great detail here, but it'll help you in the long run. Let's just say that.
Okay.
yeah, well, the homestead protects your home. But anyway, we're looking for market value right now, not the homestead or the senior freeze. And you purchased the property in July of 22, and I'm assuming nobody forced you to do that, and the seller was willing, because apparently it was done through a realtor.
No, everybody knew what they were doing. That's
Okay. All right. What else you want to tell us about the property in response to the assessor?
he's standing on what he's assessing it at, so there's really not anything else to discuss.
Okay. All right, well, we appreciate you. Welcome to Oklahoma, and hope that you get all the documents that you need filled out. And I'd go ahead and fill them out as soon as possible, and we're filing deadlines that have to be met, but they're not until next year. That's right at the first of the year. Okay, anything else you wanna tell us about this property?
Maybe you can answer this, what if the taxable value of this house goes down next year?
Okay.
Who do I check with for that, the treasurer?
You'd
The
have,
assessor?
you'd have to talk to somebody other than this board, where, like I said, we're only here to determine the market value, we don't have anything to do with, don't have jurisdiction over the taxable value or the taxes, what they are and this sort of thing, okay?
Okay, well, I appreciate the phone call.
All right, thank you, sir, good presentation. All right. Thank you, bye. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close the hearing on BOE number 51. And I believe it's gonna be the last thing we have, because we took care of the other one. We are going to meet again tomorrow.
Correct, yes.
We have 5.
Yes, that will be Ryan LLC.
He has all of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Who
Is
is
he
it?
coming?
No, he is not. He'll be appearing by phone, and I believe Sam Juan is going to be representing.
Sam,
Juan, W-A-N.
oh,
Yeah.
Juan.
Juan.
Here
Yes,
in Oklahoma City.
Well,
He's
we're
out
at
of
a
Texas.
Is that
I was going to say, no, he'll be calling
Okay.
in.
Texas.
Yes.
Okay, apparently I don't have these properties yet.
They should have gone out in an email yesterday morning. I can check your
Yeah,
email if you'd like after the meeting.
okay. All right,
All right, I move that we adjourn.
Second.
all those in favor? Aye. Okay, we are adjourned.